In upcoming Eastenders episodes, Gene Slater makes a shocking discovery about Dean Wicks, prompting him to turn hostile. Meanwhile, Emmerdale stars Chelsea Halfpenny and James Baxter enjoy a night out with their baby. Coronation Street brings back Roy Cropper's flat, sparking mixed reactions from fans. Eastenders also raises awareness with a prostate cancer storyline. Eastenders spoilers: Gene Slater's sinister discovery about Dean Wicks leads him to turn nasty on her. Gene Slater makes a sinister discovery in upcoming Eastenders scenes which leads Dean Wicks to turn seriously nasty. She is left shocked when Jade Massoud returns to Albert Square from hospital sooner than she'd expected, but soon finds herself looking after the ailing teen when Dean agrees to an interview with a reporter from the Walford Gazette. However, Johnny Carter soon interrupts the interview, offering to give a character reference on Dean which, given their history, isn't likely to be a glowing review. Meanwhile, Jean questions Jade, and after learning that Dean has been administering her medication, decides to take a closer look. Viewers will know that Jade was prescribed antibiotics for her chest infection, and had planned to move to Pakistan with her mom as soon as she was well enough. However, Dean didn't want Jade to leave him, so decided to take matters into his own hands to keep her close. He began to tamper with her medication, emptying out the pill cases without Jade noticing. When Jean called a doctor, he persuaded Jade to lie to him in order to stop her from going to hospital, meaning that his tampering has so far gone unnoticed. However, in upcoming scenes, Jean realizes that Jade's pill cases are empty and reasons that she must do something. When Dean returns home, he finds Jean attempting to take Jade to back the Slater's house, but he soon thinks on his feet and blames her for everything. Will Jean be able to expose Dean for what he's done? Baby Emmerdale's Chelsea Halfpenny and James Baxter seen for the first time since she gave birth on Night Out with Baby. The couple met when they were just teenagers but connected later in life. Emmerdale stars Chelsea Halfpenny and James Baxter looked every inch the doting parents as they stepped out with their baby last night. It is the first time the couple have been seen with their child since Chelsea gave birth to their daughter last year. They enjoyed a night out in Manchester watching sister act on stage, with their little one joining them in her pram. Chelsea, 32, known for playing Amy Wyatt on the ITV soap, grinned broadly as she strolled alongside James, 33. Both looked effortlessly cool in black trousers and trainers as they headed home afterwards. The actress revealed she had given birth last summer, telling fans at the time, "The best thing that's ever happened to us arrived a couple of weeks ago, and she's absolutely class. The little love of our lives." Chelsea, who also starred in Casualty, and James got engaged in 2022, 16 years after they first met. Chelsea first met Waterloo Road star James, 33, aged 14 during a drama workshop. The pair reunited at the National Television Awards in 2018 and 6 months later, they went on their first date, with James proposing last year. The star previously recalled her first encounter with James. "I really fancied him and he did not fancy me at all. He's a year older and I thought he was really cool, but I also remember thinking, well, no wonder he's not interested, because he's just so much older than me," she told the Mirror. In 2010, Chelsea joined Emmerdale playing Val and Eric Pollard's troubled foster child. She caused chaos in the village and kept the residents on their toes in a series of storylines, but in 2013, Chelsea confirmed that she was leaving the Dales. Meanwhile, James played Arthur Thomas's half-brother Jake Doolan months before Chelsea had joined the soap, so sadly their paths didn't cross. Chelsea explained how her Emmerdale co-stars would speak about James on set. "I knew exactly who they meant because I remembered this gorgeous boy with the spiky hair that I fancied so much," she said. The pair then met again at the NTA Awards in 2018. Chelsea attended with BBC One's Casualty for her role as Alicia Munro, and James was with the still open All Hours crew, which stars legendary actor David Jason. She revealed that it was James' turn to chase her, after she spent years having a crush on him, which left him surprised, and the rest is history. Back to Flat. Coronation Street fans rejoice as soap returns to iconic characters flat after years off screen, but have complaint. Police have targeted Roy after he cleaned Lauren's flat in the wake of her murder. Coronation Street fans have been left rejoicing after it was confirmed that the soap was reviving an iconic set on the show. The news comes as Roy Cropper, played by actor David Nielsen, finds himself increasingly isolated as he continues to face heat for his alleged involvement in the murder of Lauren Bolton, played by Kate Fitton. As the shocking storyline sees the villagers turn against Roy, he becomes a homebody and rarely leaves the flat despite wanting to protest his innocence that he did not murder wayward Lauren. It has meant that show bosses have resurrected the star's flat for the first time in years. The interior of Roy Cropper's flat was last seen on the episode broadcast Friday, June 26, 2020. It was featured as Shona, an employee of Roy's Rolls, invited her husband David up to the flat for a date as they attempted to rekindle their marriage following a testing period and her horror brain injury. Although Nina's bedroom was seen in a fleeting one-episode appearance in 2021, next week sees Roy's flat return to screens for the first time in 4 years. However, despite the show bosses having gone to the effort to erect the set, many fans were left unimpressed at its dated nature. They slammed the decor and the appliances and felt as though it could have done with a refresh. Seething over the cafe owner's abode, one fan penned, "What in the 1993 is going on there?" As someone else took issue with the Hoover, writing, "They could have got him one made after 1965. In the scenes to be broadcast on Monday, Roy can be seen chatting to Nina, Alia Nazir and Dee Dee Bailey about the heightening Lauren situation. Concerns begin to grow among the group of the effect the ordeal could have on Roy as well as the spiraling financial costs. Roy insists that he will pay whatever it takes to clear his name and will raise any funds necessary. Elsewhere, Nina tells Dee Dee she is fearful that he will never be able to pay back his legal fees as well as worrying about the return of his scary sleepwalking habits. In scenes which shocked viewers last week, the kindly cafe owner was questioned by D.S. Swain over Lauren's disappearance, with the detective suspecting Roy as a secret sexual predator and murderer. D.S. Swain suggested that he had a secret sexual motive behind his bond with Lauren, especially after he revealed that Lauren had offered herself to him. Roy went on to offer her extra money on top of her wages as well as cleaning the flat top to bottom upon her disappearance. He did this as Evelyn had sublet the flat and if it was not returned to a perfect state she would lose her deposit. Police later found a condom with Roy's DNA on which he said he picked up after finding it on the floor after he had cleaned up whilst wearing gloves and vehemently denied any sexual contact with the teen. Eastenders' prostate cancer storyline will raise vital awareness. This month is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month and one of the nation's favorite soaps, Eastenders, has been airing a prostate cancer storyline, which saw fan favorite Alfie Moon diagnosed with the most common cancer in men. The story is raising vital awareness of the disease and aims to spark a national conversation, encouraging thousands more men to check their risk and speak to their GPs about prostate cancer. Prostate cancer mainly affects men over 50, and your risk increases with age. Experts say the risk is even higher for Black men and men with a family history of prostate cancer. Variant interpretation in genomic medicine calls for explainable AI, Illumina says. Brian Walker is a leading nurse urology specialist at NCIC and is urging men to seek help if they are experiencing symptoms of prostate cancer. He said, "Anything like the Eastenders storyline is good for helping raise awareness of prostate cancer. It's something people can relate to and share their symptoms." The prostate is a gland. It is usually the size and shape of a walnut and grows bigger as you get older. It sits underneath the bladder and surrounds the urethra, which is the tube that carries urine, out of the body. The prostate's main job is to help make semen, the fluid that carries sperm. Mr. Walker added, "A man's prostate usually grows larger after the age of 50 years old and this normal enlargement called benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. Can cause problems with passing urine, namely the need to pass urine more frequently and a reduced urinary flow, which can cause an increase in the need to urinate, especially at night. Symptoms of prostate cancer can also mimic this, and putting the above symptoms together with an abnormal prostate examination and an elevated prostate-specific antigen, PSA, through a blood test, can be a trigger for the need to organize other investigations such as an MRI scan of the prostate and then subsequent prostate biopsies if required. Prostate cancer does not usually cause any symptoms until the cancer has grown large enough to put pressure on the tube that carries urine from the bladder out of the penis, urethra. Symptoms of prostate cancer can include needing to pee more frequently, often during the night, and needing to rush to the toilet. Prostate cancer is the most common cancer in men in the UK, with more than 52,000 men diagnosed each year. Mr. Walker added, "Prostate cancer can develop when cells in the prostate start to grow in an uncontrolled way, and early detection is essential to try and offer them a cure if possible." Some prostate cancer grows too slowly to cause any problems or affect how long you live. Because of this, some men with prostate cancer may never need any treatment. But some prostate cancer grows quickly and is more likely to spread. This is more likely to cause problems and needs treatment to stop it spreading. Signs and symptoms. Difficulty starting to urinate or emptying your bladder. A weak flow when you urinate. A feeling that your bladder hasn't emptied properly. Dribbling urine after you finish urinating. Needing to urinate more often than usual, especially at night. A sudden need to urinate. You may sometimes leak urine before you get to the toilet. Back pain, hip pain, or pelvis pain. Problems getting or keeping an erection. Blood in the urine or semen. Unexplained weight loss. What to do if you're worried. Anyone who is worried that they may have prostate cancer should contact their GP in the first instance. Prostate cancer is much easier to treat if it is caught early. Facts about prostate cancer. The incidence rates for prostate cancer in the UK are highest in males aged 75 to 79. 1 in 8 men will get prostate cancer. If you're over 50, or you're black, or your dad or brother had it, you're at even higher risk. A person's risk of developing cancer depends on many factors, including age, genetics, and exposure to risk factors, including some potentially avoidable lifestyle factors. 1 in 6 UK males will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. Prostate cancer is not clearly linked to any preventable risk factors. Most men will die with the disease rather than from it. Variant interpretation in genomic medicine calls for explainable AI, Illumina says. Please subscribe our channel.